Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I am excited to share with you guys the brand new 4th generation ShotKam. Before we get this video started, I do want to point out that ShotKam is not paying me for this video. They did provide this product for me to do an honest feedback review video on YouTube. So by no means are they paying me to say what I'm about to say. I know there's a couple people that thought that when I did my ShotKam versus Tacticam video that I posted previously. This brand new ShotKam 4th generation will be available for same-day shipping on November 25th. Let's go ahead now. I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you guys what is inside this package. Now that I have the camera flipped around, let's go ahead and get it out of the protective plastic housing. I'm also going to be going ahead and installing this on my shotgun right after this video as well. So this is going to be an unboxing and installation video. I'm going to cover a few of these specs, but let's go ahead. Let's unzip this case. Open it up. And there we have it. The all new ShotKam Gen 4. So first off, you can see this case is the perfect size. You know, it works great to house the ShotKam, to take it out in the field with you. You got your owner's manual, your microfiber cloth. We'll go over everything very shortly, but what you guys want to check out, let's get right to it. Let's let the camera focus. Here we go, the ShotKam Gen 4. Looks so great. So let me jump right into a couple of the specs, the upgrades over the Gen 3. The Gen 4 now films at 4K at 60 frames a second, or you can do 2.7K at 120 frames per second. You can instantly switch from an ultra-wide field of view to 8 times digital zoom. You have more powerful Wi-Fi to download videos faster. The battery life on this thing is 15 hours, so that's 3 times more than the Gen 3 ShotKam. And it can withstand colder temperatures. Before you would have to use a warming sleeve on the Gen 3 to keep it warm in those colder temperatures, but now you no longer have to do that. Also, there's 128 gigabyte internal memory in this thing. The Gen 3 had a 64 gigabyte, so double the storage in here, and you know you're going to need it with that 4K video size. And you can see it right here. There is now USB-C. That's a few of the key specs of the new ShotKam. Let's continue going through the case and I'll show you what else you get in here. So up top, this is exactly how your guys' 4th generation ShotKam will come as well. You get the microfiber cloth and you get the 4th generation quick start user guide manual. And this is really helpful to reference. You can see all your different modes in here, your indicator lights. Just for a quick reference, if you see any of these lights come on the back of the ShotKam. Then here in this little case, let's go ahead, open this up. Front pocket, just for some extra storage. And inside the main pocket, you have your charging cable, your wall adapter, Allen wrench key, and as always, ShotKam gives you spare parts. Not many manufacturers do this, but ShotKam is one of them. And inside the spare parts here, you get an extra camera protective cover, you get the rubber grip, you get an Allen key, you get an extra spare clear lens cover for the back of the ShotKam, couple spare screws. So here's your power wall adapter. See what that says. Output of 5 volts, 3 amps. And here you go, your brand new USB-C cable. This should allow the ShotKam to charge a little faster, as well as transfer speeds between the ShotKam and computer. If you're transferring those larger files, should also be faster. So jumping back to the ShotKam Gen 4, you can see this comes with the 12 gauge bracket already installed. This is the one you get with the Gen 4, but there are sub gauges available. So if you need a sub gauge, make sure you reach out to ShotKam. They definitely have them that they will sell you. The most common sub gauge is probably a 20 gauge that you would need other than the 12 gauge. All right, so there is the unit itself. Let's go ahead now. let's get this mounted onto my Franchi Affinity Elite, get the Gen 3 off, get the Gen 4 installed, and then I will be able to head to the range and do a couple of test shots on some skeet. Here we have my third generation ShotKam, just about ready to get that removed and put the Gen 4 on. Make sure your gun is always unloaded. You can see the chamber's open. No shells in there. ShotKam excels in so many different ways, whether it be out hunting or skeet shooting, pretty much any shotgun shooting, this product is #1 in the market today. I'll go over a few of the reasons why I use the ShotKam to capture the shots from my hunt a little bit later on in this video. But again, let me kind of roll through the new specs of the Gen 4 ShotKam. So I think the biggest one for me is that 4K at 60 frames a second. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the 4K at 60 frames a second. I'll have to go ahead and do some testing on that, see if I'm able to still see where my shotgun is patterning, see if I can still see that pattern going and progressing towards the target. I like seeing that so that I know where I missed the target, or if I'm going to like the 2.7K at 120 frames per second. So that's almost double the frames a second. You'll be able to get a lot more detail there, but it will be a huge improvement over the Gen 3 that films in 1080p. Gen 3 is still an awesome camera, still the best you can buy today, but now that the Gen 4 is out, it is going to overtake the Gen 3. So ShotKam makes this very simple to remove. All you go, insert the Allen driver into the silver screw, undo this, and I generally like to keep my ShotKam, I think I'm 7 inches from the tip of the choke tube to the back of the camera. I'm going to mount the Gen 4 in the same exact location. So go ahead, the Gen 3 is all loosened up now. Remove that off the end of the barrel. I'll switch over to the Gen 4. Loosen up that same silver screw, and you notice they use the same Allen driver between the Gen 3 and the Gen 4. All the bolts on the ShotKam, even these two over here, the black ones, are all the same Allen driver. Alright, so loosened it up plenty wide. This should be able to slide right on the end of my barrel again. I can still see the marks from where the Gen 3 was lined up. This is just a little bit of oil from me, cleaning my gun and not removing the actual ShotKam off the barrel. So now that I have it in the location that I want it, it's as easy as tightening this one screw. Makes it so easy and fast to go ahead and quickly remove or attach your ShotKam. That's just a matter of kind of aligning it. I tightened it a little bit too much first here. Let me loosen it back up a little bit. Spin it around, line it up down the center of your gun, tighten it back down, and there you go. This is ready to go to the range and capture some shots already. But like I already said, some of the reasons that I want to go over as to why I use the ShotKam over some of the other products out there on the market. This is great for capturing those hunting shots, especially waterfowl. You do not have time to go ahead and turn on your camera. There's other cameras out there on the market. You don't have time to turn on other cameras to be able to capture that moment. Ducks, geese are in your decoys and gone before you know it. So the ShotKam you can leave on for the entire hunt. It'll go into an automatic sleep mode, and before you're taking your shot, all you have to do is bump your stock of your gun. It'll wake the ShotKam up. ShotKam will go ahead and record your shot after it's been taken and save that video file. So this is a patented technology that only ShotKam can use, and it saves massively on the battery. It saves editing video. I'm a content creator, and when I go through and editing an entire hunt, sometimes I'm out there for the entire day, 10, 12-hour day, and that's a lot of video to go through from the GoPro. It helps to be able to go to the ShotKam and only have the 6 or so shots, depending on if I miss throughout the day, of exactly only the shots that were taken, not a steady, continuous video recording. Also, you can go in the app. I will be going over a few other tutorials later on this month, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to be able to catch those. I'm going to be going over how to set this up in the app. I'm going to be doing a full comprehensive review out there in the field, both on skeet as well as doing some waterfowl hunting. I'm going to show you guys some of the skeet shots a little bit later on in this video just to kind of show you how it compares. But also that tutorial that I'm going to show you guys how to set this up in the app will be coming out very soon as well. So everything from unboxing it, installing it onto your gun, going ahead, setting it up in the app for the first time, to getting out in the field and using this as well. I'm going to cover it all. So pertaining to the tutorial on the app, I'll also show you guys how to align the reticle to the bead of the gun. Another thing that ShotKam has patented, that you're actually able to go in the app and move that reticle to be in the exact location of your point of aim to the bead of your gun, not just a general location of where center might be. So that will also be coming up very soon. Let's go ahead, let's fire it up for the first time. You guys, if you own a ShotKam or seen any other videos in the past, know how to go ahead and turn this on. It's as simple as turning on the button at the end of the gun. This camera is ready to capture any shots that are taken now. So the green light is on. That means it's out of sleep mode. It's ready. If a shot is taken, it will record. After a couple seconds, it will go into its automatic sleep mode where this green light will start to blink. So that is the indicator right there, meaning that it is in sleep mode. So now all I have to do is go ahead and bump the stock of my gun. You can see the camera has already woken up, steady green light, and it is ready to record the shot again. I'll let this go into sleep mode once again, and I'll go ahead and bump the stock of my gun just so you guys can see that activation. So there you go. You can see, or hopefully you can see, the green light blinking in there. And now I'm going to go ahead, bump the stock of my gun, and you'll see it turn to a steady green light. So there you go. Now it's ready to go ahead and record that shot. I'm going to go ahead, I will turn off the light that I had on. Go through and get one more better angle on this. So you can see right here, we are going into sleep mode now. So that green light is flashing, and once again, bumping the stock of the gun turns that into the steady green light. And the ShotKam Gen 4 is ready to capture my shot. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's get to the range, and let's start testing out the ShotKam Gen 4 and see how it performs in the field. We are out here at my own personal range at our house. I got the ShotKam Gen 4 installed on the Franchi Affinity Elite. I have the skeet thrower set up ready to go. And I also have this camera rolling, hopefully going to give us a few of those closer up shots to me actually hitting the target. I'm sure there will be a couple misses in there as well. If there's not, I will create some on purpose just to show you what the ShotKam can do to analyze your shot, fix what you're doing wrong, and start hitting those targets. So right now, the sun is almost dead on straight with the skeet thrower. I might off-center this in a little while just to kind of give us some passing shots. But yeah, that's how we're going to start off right off the bat here, is just hitting some targets that are angled straight away from me. Then I will adjust my angle. I'll come over here and we'll take some passing shots with these targets. I'm going to start off doing some 4K 60 frames a second on the ShotKam, and then I will switch it up. Then we'll try that 2.7K 120 frames a second on the ShotKam Gen 4. Do a little bit of a comparison, and our opening waterfowl season for duck hunting is next weekend. So I'm going to kind of use this as a little test bed for myself too, to determine if I want to use that 4K 60 frames a second or 2.7K 120 frames a second. Also will be interesting to see next weekend how the ShotKam does in low light performance. As you increase pixels up to that 4K resolution, usually the low light performance is not as good, but we will put that to the test and see if the Gen 4 has better low light than the Gen 3. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get the other camera rolling, get the skeet thrower throwing some targets, and get to putting the ShotKam Gen 4 to the test. About halfway through those shots, I went ahead, spun around so that the sun was at my back, just getting a few of those different comparisons. Switched the skeet thrower around so that we were throwing this way instead of this direction into the sun. And yeah, just for reference, this is our property. There is no one in that shed. I've already checked. That is our shed that we own, and there's definitely nothing in the background, so range is definitely clear. Did a couple comparisons again, 4K and 2.7K standing directly behind the skeet thrower and more of an angle shot. Had a couple different shots, so hopefully you guys are enjoying those from this closer up shot as well from the GoPro. And I've already checked out the shots on the app and they look phenomenal. But now I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna start editing this video. I'm gonna throw these shots into my editing software, slow them down. You're able to see them frame by frame on the iPhone screen, but I'm gonna blow them up so that you can see this on YouTube, a little bit larger scale, and we'll be able to see which is better, the 2.7K at 120 frames a second or the 4K at 60 frames a second. Let's head back to my office and we'll take a look at these shots in a little bit closer detail. I slowed these shots down to 1/20th of their normal speed so we can see the shot progress frame by frame. So at 4K 60 frames a second. Keep a close eye on the reticle. You'll actually be able to see the wad flying out right there and then the pattern separating and hitting the clay. Now this next shot we're going to jump into is the same thing at 2.7K 120 frames per second. Now I'm just kind of using this to see what mode I'm going to prefer shooting in more often. So again, 2.7K, same speed, 1/20th of normal speed. Again, the shot's placed, wad separates, and you can see that pattern separating and hitting the clay. So looking at these two comparisons, I'm gonna go ahead and actually scale the 4K video so that the reticle is approximately the same size as the reticle at 2.7K. You can see the 4K video does have a little bit wider field of view. So here we go, it's scaled 140% so that the reticle is the same size. You do have a lot more pixels in this 4K shot to be able to zoom in a little bit further. So again, same shot that we just seen previously, just a little bit more zoomed in view. And then coming back to the 2.7K 120 frames a second, we'll be able to see the difference here. I think what I'm going to use out in the field is the 2.7K 120 frames a second. It just seems like the video is a little bit more smooth. I like to see that more detail of, there's a couple more frames that you actually see the pattern in before it hits the target. So I like seeing that fine detail over the 4K wider field of view. Some people might want that wider field of view in the 4K video though. Now we're going to jump into one of my misses here. So you'll see the reticle. Looks like I'm underneath the target, and then I did do a follow-up shot here and ended up hitting the target. We're using the 2.7K at 120 frames a second because when I go to slow this down, I think you'll be able to see that pattern in a little bit more detail, progressing towards the clay and then missing. So here we go, slowed down to 1/20th of speed again. You can see where the reticle is, so even if you don't see the pattern separating out after I take the shot, you'll know that I definitely missed underneath this target. So shots placed right there, you can see the pattern separating from the wad and definitely misses underneath the target. I think I was on left and right, but my up and down was definitely under, and I attribute this to shouldering. It's definitely something I got to work on more. I don't really shoot clays that often, just some in the off season mostly. I'm hunting waterfowl, and I tend to notice my shot get worse throughout the year as I start wearing bulkier clothes during our colder months up here in Michigan. So this is going to be the follow-up shot that ended up hitting the target. Kind of an abnormal situation. You wouldn't see this with a normal bird out in the field. The clay is dropping straight down as it's losing altitude. The reticle is directly underneath it. And you'll see when I place this shot, you'll be able to see the wad and the pattern separate and slowly start progressing to the target until it hits the clay. So there's the shot, the wad separates, and you can see I was almost slightly behind this clay if you follow the pattern to impact, but I did end up getting enough pellets to actually strike that clay to break it up and hit it. For those of you that are wondering, these are the shells that I was using, the Winchester Super Target 12 gauge 2 3/4, 1200 velocity, 1 1/8 ounce, and 7.5 shots. So I know there's a couple people that like that fine detail of knowing what I was actually shooting out there in the field. Like I said, I have a ton more videos coming up, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave any questions and comments you have in the comment section down below. And also make sure you give this video a like if you've enjoyed seeing this comparison, seeing the unboxing, watching me go through the installation on my Franchi Affinity Elite. And we are just starting season, as I mentioned, so there will be a ton more shots that you will be able to see from the ShotKam Gen 4. But my initial impressions for the ShotKam Gen 4 is I love it. You know, I definitely think it is worth upgrading even over the Gen 3. Mostly for the 4K video quality. Also, you get that longer battery life. And if you don't have a ShotKam yet, definitely consider buying one, purchasing one. If you have a friend that has one, go try it out. You will love it and you'll be hooked. Just for, you know, being able to take a look at your shot, record your hunts or your target practicing, and be able to see where you missed and where you hit. Let me know what you think of the brand new ShotKam Gen 4 in the comment section down below, and until the next one, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below.